Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Right now at 5, chaos on a busy Macomb County road. Video captures the crash that led to a deadly police shooting before the morning rush. Investigators say the man in that truck got out of his mangled car with a knife and refused to put it down.
He was shot by a Roseville police officer on Groesbeck near.
Good evening, Jason and Kimberly. It happened right here. It happened right in front of a video camera on that shop right behind me on Groesbeck. It's sending shockwaves throughout Roseville because the person involved here early this morning worked in Roseville schools as a custodian. More about that in a moment. But this morning, he was here after hitting a truck, getting out, investigators say, with his wrists slit and armed with a knife, apparently coming at those Roseville police officers with that knife. Local 4 obtaining the security camera footage of the crash and the chaos that unfolded next. Watch. The driver of a silver pickup seems to drive right into the path of a flatbed semi that is hauling bricks. You can hear Roseville police responding to the crash, asking for backup. The driver of the pickup apparently is armed with a knife.
For a truck carrying bricks versus a gray pickup truck.
Moments later, police shoot and kill that driver.
Shots fired between one.
Here's the Roseville police chief.
The crash started first and then it escalated from there.
Escalated because sheriff's investigators say the driver of the pickup, 53-year-old Frank Robles, who lives 2 miles from this location, was holding a knife, investigators say. They also say his wrists were slit. Investigators say Robles refused to put the knife down. Investigators say he came towards officers who fired, knocking him to the ground, but they say Robles still tried to get up with that knife. He was shot again. 9 shots were fired. Tim Pauley works nearby and says this scene was dangerous for that semi driver and for those officers.
Just looked like he was coming head on, if that was my guess. The way it hit, looks like he probably spun around, jumped out, and that's probably when it all went down.
Back here live, I just checked with the superintendent of Roseville Schools. He tells me this tonight. We are sad to report that the individual who was in the accident at 12 and Groesbeck and eventually passed away was a Roseville Community Schools employee. Frank has worked for us for approximately 4 years. We're shocked and saddened by the events that transpired today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family as well as the others involved in this tragedy. Our crisis teams are available for his fellow employees and anyone in our Roseville Community Schools family if they need someone to talk with. Tomorrow, the Sheriff of Macomb County, Tony Wickersham, will hold a news conference with more video of what happened in conjunction with the Roseville Police Chief as well. The driver of the flatbed you saw that took that big blow from the pickup truck, he's a 65-year-old driver from Ohio. He's okay tonight. The officers that were involved in the shooting, they're on paid leave as this entire investigation unfolds. Back to you guys.
Boy, just incredible turn of events. All right, Sean. Now, about a mile away from that scene, a 7th grade girl was hit by a car and rushed to the hospital.
Yeah, this happened around 7 this morning near Roseville Middle School at the intersection of Martin Road and Barkman Street. Police say the 21-year-old driver did stop at the scene. An ambulance rushed the child to the hospital. At last check, she is in surgery. Investigators do not believe, though, alcohol or speed were factors in the crash. New information on this investigation coming up on the news at 6 o'clock. Vice President Kamala Harris has tested positive for COVID. Harris says she is not showing any symptoms, but did get positive results on both rapid and PCR tests. The vice president is vaccinated and boosted. She will isolate at home but continue to work remotely. The White House says she has not been in close contact with President Biden in recent days.
The CDC now believes the majority of Americans have been infected with COVID. In a new report, researchers say the Omicron wave pushed the number of Americans with antibodies to nearly 60%. The numbers are even higher for kids. The CDC thinks 3 out of every 4 kids have been infected. The percentage of kids with antibodies rose from 45% in December to 75% in February. Researchers examined blood samples from more than 200,000 people. Well, just when you think maybe summer is coming, we always have a way to bring you back.
Don't put the long sleeves and britches away just yet. Let's check in with Paul. A few flakes falling tonight, Paulie.
You know, I tried calling Mother Nature earlier to say, hey, it's April 26th, and I got a recording that said your hold time is 17 days, 23 hours, and 14 minutes. Oh, I tell you, this is awful. Anyhow, we have scattered showers mainly across the I-69 corridor here. Really not real big deal stuff. I mean, this is just scattered light stuff. Really not anything too impressive. Basically, we're just talking about across the I-69 corridor here through Lapeer County all the way into Genesee County. Right now, we have the lead gray skies. We've had that most of the day. Temperatures are only in the 40s, and we have a wind that's blowing out of there at 15 to 20 miles per hour. So you head outside, and it feels like it's chilly out there. And we're going to drop into the 30s. All of us will be in the 30s by midnight with some wet snowflakes in some spots. We'll break that down for you in just a few minutes.
Paul, a big day for Ford and the future of the auto industry. Production officially beginning on the all-electric F-150 Lightning. And the automaker ushered in this new era in a big way. Rod Maloney was there for the rollout. And Rod, you had a chance to talk to Bill Ford about all of this. Got to be an exciting day for them.
Yeah, well, it's more than exciting. This is vitally important to the company, and he'll tell you that in just a second here. But you know, they're getting a lot of mileage out of this F-150 Lightning, because right where I'm standing now, they unveiled it last summer. The president took a test drive in it before that, gave it all kinds of headlines. And so today they're saying, hey, we're here.
Well, you're getting your first chance to ride in the F-150 Lightning today, 0 to 60 in about, well, it was 5 seconds we timed. They say it's really 4. It is quiet and powerful. And Ford CEO Jim Farley talked about a lot of features like hands-free driving that might be installed by Bluetooth, along with a lot of vehicle uses buyers will discover with the 11 electrical outlets spread out around it. Farley didn't hesitate to take shots at the competition either.
Or a block party that lasts a weekend and the next week. You can even charge other EVs for your friends that own Teslas.
The first official build day brought other competition trying to get ahead of it. GM with its Corvette announcement yesterday, and Stellantis teasing its Ram Electric, due in September.
You, our customers, are going to get capability no other EV truck can ever offer, but for thousands of dollars less than our competitors' trucks, whenever they actually go on sale.
And Bill Ford told Local 4 this is a big day for America, for his company, but even for Detroit.
A lot of people are starting with clean sheet, new vehicles. We took our two most iconic vehicles, Mustang and F-150, and we said, let's electrify them. Those are both bet your company kind of things. And so this is a really big deal for us.
Do you think Ford's going to start shipping in the weeks ahead, but the company says it's constrained by capacity. They've had to shut down the order platform because the demand is so great. And they said they're not, I'm putting it this way, playing whack-a-mole with supply chain issues. Every time they solve one, another one pops up, and they're struggling to cope with that. And of course, the entire industry is doing that. Back to you.
And we've seen the frustration with all of that. Rod, by the way, about that F-150 Lightning capacity, what are they doing about that?
Well, they have already expanded the plant twice, and they said that they have already started making more room at the plant here at the Rouge assembly plant, but they also pointed to their new plant in Tennessee that they're moving dirt on now, trying to make sure that they have enough capacity at their new electric vehicle plant down south.
All right, Rod, we appreciate it. For years, older people have been taking an aspirin a day to prevent them from having a heart attack or stroke. But now that conventional wisdom is being called into question.
That's right. So the influential U.S. Preventive Services Task Force just issued new guidelines for when aspirin is safe to use. Our Dr. Frank McGeorge joins us with this important change, Doc.
Yeah, Kim and Jason, so I want to start with a super important distinction. This change only applies to people taking aspirin to prevent a first heart attack or stroke. If you were placed on a low-dose aspirin because you already had a heart attack, had a stent, or had a stroke, you should continue taking the aspirin. But if you are only trying to prevent a problem, listen up, because it comes down to benefit versus risk.
In general, the risk of bleeding outweighs any benefit in patients who are looking to prevent a heart attack or stroke but just haven't had one yet.
That's Dr. Akshay Khandelwal, the Associate Division Head of Cardiology at Henry Ford Health.
For many decades, we've been strongly advocating aspirin not just for treatment of these conditions, but also to prevent these conditions. The challenge, however, is to weigh that benefit of preventing blood clots and platelets from clumping, with the risks that we now know that aspirin carries, primarily related to bleeding.
If you have a heart attack or stroke, aspirin's antiplatelet effect can be helpful in slowing the blockage. The problem is, it also increases your risk of bleeding. More current research shows the risk of gastrointestinal bleeding and bleeding in and around the brain is high enough that the risk outweighs the benefit if you are 60 and older. Between 40 and 60, there may be a benefit to a daily low-dose aspirin if you have a higher than 10% 10-year cardiovascular disease risk. Now, one final thing Dr. Candelwall wants to emphasize.
Sometimes I have patients who come to me who want to prevent a heart attack or stroke, but are actively smoking. And I hate to be repetitive, but it is very important to know that smoking is one of the greatest risk factors for heart disease or stroke.
So basically, not smoking, getting your cholesterol under control, managing diabetes, getting the proper diet and exercise, all help more than a daily aspirin would anyway, and at a much lower risk. Now again, though, I need to say this is for people who have not had a prior heart attack or stroke. If you have and you've been told to take a daily aspirin, do not stop taking it.
Got it, Doc. But there's also been suggestion that a daily aspirin could help people prevent colorectal cancer as well. How does that factor into this recommendation?
Well, you know, the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force looked at the data on whether aspirin has a benefit against colorectal cancer, and they actually felt that the benefit in colorectal cancer just wasn't clear enough to outweigh the risk, and that more study was actually needed in that area as well.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. McGeorge, thanks.